It's the old guard looking to protect their kingdom against the newly promoted entertainers of 2024. One of Australia's most iconic and successful football clubs, Sydney United 58, take on the best show at AstroTurf, Hills United FC, here at a very hot and pristine looking Adenza Park. When you think Sydney United, you think success, you think of that Oz Cup run, you think of silverware. You do not think of that shocking 6-0 loss 2 rounds ago against Sydney Olympic. They were much better midweek against Spirit, but they will look at it as 2 points dropped, with Spirit getting a conceding in the last 10 minutes.
9, Yu Okubu. 11, Anthony Frangi. 17, Caleb Jackson-Brown.
2 changes for both managers. Zelko Kalatz brings in Matthew Hash and Alessandro Lacalandra, and dropping out is Jordan Ivancic and Stephen DeRobalard. Luke Casserly of Hills United FC does the same. He brings in Anthony Frangi and Mitchell Smith, with Cameron Philp and Thomas Lopez dropping out. Now, referee is Cameron Fisher. Sydney United, the old Sydney Croatia, will be in that beautiful Croatian red, going from left to right, and Hills in all white from right to left. Thanks for joining us on the New South Wales NPL YouTube channel. This game is stand-alone Sunday afternoon. No other game, so eyes are firmly on this one as Sydney United 58 look to get their season back on track. And the best show on AstroTurf will be taking us from right to left, as Jamba sends that one long. As I said, 2 changes from both managers. I'll just run through the team very quickly. Sydney United is Oliver Kalatz in goals, Bailey Rule, Adrian Vastelitsa, the captain, Anthony Tomilic, Shunta Nakamura, Carlos de Oliveira, Matthew Hatch, and Alessandro Lacalandra. They are the 2 ins. Liam McGinn, Tariq Mayer, and Adam Milicevic round out the starting 11. For Hills United, they also made 2 changes. It's Ryan Wood in goals, Raina Shmal, Brian Jamba, the super experienced Daniel Pekovsky, Isaac Hover, Yu Akubo, who has caught the league by fire this season by scoring 4 goals, Anthony Frangi, Caleb Jackson-Brown, Mitchell Smith, Glenn Kelshaw is wearing the armband, and Thomas Mako rounds out the starting 11 as Sydney United look to make a positive start. As I said last week, they were much better, looking to get rid of the demons of that 6-0 loss to Sydney Olympic, which was absolutely shocking. Put all of New South Wales and Australia on notice, because when you're talking about one of the most iconic clubs, Sydney United come to mind straight away, as it's Carlos de Oliveira. Zelko Kalatz and Sydney United made some good signings with youth as the priority, with eyes, I'm sure, on the National Second Division and the changing landscape in Australian football. Bailey Rule, though, has been there. He's not a new signing. Hills coming to this one, always a little bit of a loose ball. He's mopped up there by Carlos de Oliveira, one of those new signings from Blacktown. Sydney United look to make the positive start, and they look to get a ball in early. Nakamura holds it up. Edge of the box. Sydney United with an early chance here. What can they do with it? They flush it back out wide. Happy to just control possession. He shouts of shoot there from Anthony Tomilic. And it goes wide. Not going to test the Hills goal there, but Hills started their season with a big 2-1 win at Sydney Olympic. And what a win it was, because they played more than 60 minutes with 10 men, losing Nikolai Muller, who is back. He was back last week. The master taking up the bench. Another sloppy pass, though. Sydney United with the majority of the ball so far. A couple just sloppy little passes here from Hills. It is steaming hot. I'm not a weatherman, but it feels like 30 degrees. And out on that AstroTurf, I'm sure it's 50 degrees. Luke Casserly and Hills came up as champions of League One. They were fantastic last year, and they've made some great signings as well, but they're going to be on the back foot once again as United look to break, and they look to get it. Look, here is a chance for Sydney United, and it is a fantastic save there. Early chance. It's Ryan Wood who got down there. Still alive-ish. Strong tackle. Waved away. It's De Oliveira. Looks to thread it through. And just unable to bring the ball down. Good start from Sydney United. It was Aidan Milicevic who just couldn't bring down that final pass. But Ryan Wood called into action early there for Hills United. Carlos De Oliveira looking lively. I mentioned he made the move over from Blacktown. That's just a testament to Blacktown and how many great players they produce, that a player like Mr. De Oliveira looks elsewhere to get regular first-team football, but that's just how stacked that Blacktown team is. And factory, not only for the Socceroos, but also the New South Wales NPL. As now Hills look to just cool this game down a bit. It's been a frantic start, couple heavy passes, heavy touches. You want to talk about a great signing. The man who just passed the ball there, Daniel Pekowski, comes with a wealth of experience. Played for Rockdale, also spent some time at Sydney FC. It's Jamba now. Great touch there from Jamba. He's got Mitchell Smith in the middle. If he can find him, he looks for that ball, and it's just behind Smith, who was waiting there. Good football there from Brian Jamba. Nice feet. I have a feeling that a lot is going to come down this right-hand side, which Bailey Rule occupies. Hills United had one of the most underrated transfer windows in all of the New South Wales NPL. I mentioned Daniel Pekowski at the heart of that defence, brings a wealth of experience. We've also got Isaac Hova, who they brought over from Bulls. Yua Kubo, 4 goals so far this season. Shunta Nakamura is another new signing. That one is just sent high and wide. Smith, can he bring the ball down? Daniel Pekowski, Thomas Lopez, another new signing. He's on the bench today. He was the top goal scorer in the under-20s last season. Spent some time at St. George City and then for Wanderers. Caleb Jackson Brown as well. Also came over from Blacktown. Lots of Blacktown well represented here. He got his first goal of the season and earned himself a spot in the New South Wales NPL Team of the Week. Another big signing is that man on the left wing. You might see him in 11. If you can pop up on the bottom of your screen, Anthony Frangi. We all know what he's capable of last season, producing one of the best goals you're ever going to see from Mount Druitt. He's been a super sub, though. He's going to have to chase down Bailey Rule. He is starting today, though, Anthony Frangi. As Rule looks to cross in straight to Pekowski. Hills look to break now, but pressed once again. Good, energetic start from Sydney United. Vastelitz on the ball now. One of Sydney United's favourite sons. Tariq Meyer looking to drive. Dinks a lovely ball over the top if it'll sit up. But as you know with AstroTurf, it turned into a freeway then and picked that ball up and took it out for a goal kick. Hills United came into this round having scored 10 goals. The only team that had scored more before the start of this round was Rockdale. So second best attack. However, they conceded 10 as well, which coming into this round was the equal worst with their opponents today and the Sutherland Sharks, who of course kept a clean sheet yesterday and picked up their first win. So expect a big shake-up as Jamba getting away from the press once again as Hills look now to counter-attack, but it's Vastelitsa going up against Smith, and Skip, as he's known by his friends, just sends that one out. This game was meant to be played at 3 o'clock. Thank goodness it wasn't. It would have been steaming. A little bit later now, 5 o'clock. Standalone game as well. And you've, of course, got the St. George derby straight after. Smith looks to hold the ball up and play it out wide. For his captain, Glenn Kelshaw. One of the familiar faces here for Hills. Plenty of new signings, but he was there last season as they sweeped everyone in their path en route to winning League One coming up. And that just goes to show you the strength of the New South Wales football pyramid, because St. George FC won their relegation promotion playoffs. Pekowski pressed there by Shunta Nakamura. Nakamura and Anthony Frangie, both ex-Mount Druitt. He was chasing down Wood there, but Wood gets it away, and it's Hills now just enjoying a nice little spell on the ball. If you're just joining us now, Sydney United shot themselves out of a cannon, drawing a good early save from Ryan Wood. Hills now, as this game's gone on, just settled into it a little bit. This promises to be a fantastic game of football. Jamba again, I have a feeling if anyone's going to create something, it might be him. Lovely bit of football down this right-hand side. Mitchell Smith, he was in the middle there. He made a run and it just flashed across him and everyone in red, and it goes out for a Sydney United throw. Sydney United, good start to the season. They won 2-1. Big loss, though, was the loss of the adopted Croatian himself, Patrick Antelmi. You want to talk about big goals? He's almost written the book on them for this club. He is serving the last game of his 4-game suspension. It's nice pressing there. Yeah, it was. It was Aiden Milicevic there, done very well against Isaac Hover, and he's won his team a throw in a good position here. And it's Milicevic once again. Nakamura, lovely little back heel. Plays it to the edge of the box, but well intercepted, and Luke Cassidy will be relieved because Glenn Kelshaw has won his team a free kick. But Luke Cassidy has a wealth, you want to talk about pedigree, of experience and also goal-scoring ability on this bench. Thomas Lopez, as I mentioned before, the under-20 Golden Boot winner last season. He's also got Nikolai Muller. I'm sure everyone watching at home is excited to see the master back on the field, particularly all those Hills fans. They would have been excited that they got their season back on track as well, midweek against Sydney FC. Here they are on the ball there. Frangie looking to play a nice little 1-2 there for Jackson Brown. And that pass was just a little bit too heavy, but it's still there. Mitchell Smith does well. Jamba plays it out wide now. Whipping across, it's a good one. Well headed away. Danger not over just yet. And then sent away to safety. That was Liam McGing there, the new signing from Marconi, with a big header and the key interception. Sydney United. There's a smile there. A little bit risky, but he had it under control. High press, high energy start from Sydney United. Bukowski looking for the long ball and just a little bit too much mustard on that one. From the ex-Sydney FC and Rockdale. Super experienced. Great signing. Sydney United's only other game here this season, as Bukowski wins a good header and he finds Jamba with his back to goal, playing back now to his captain. Looking to go over the top. A little bit too much on that one. He was looking for Caleb Jackson Brown, who'll be full of confidence after his first goal last week, as will all this Hills team. Tough start to the season. They get Sydney Olympic and Sydney United, two iconic Australian football clubs, and then three academy teams sandwiched in between them. And here they are now looking to dance through. Big tackle from Bailey Rule. It's Isaac over now. And well intercepted, but it falls out to Jamba. A little bit of space down that right-hand side for Kelshaw, and they find him. Can he find a good cross? Big tackle there from Carlos de Oliveira. Getting back there and helping his team out and trying to send it to safety, nearly just about getting it over the head of Jamba, who's had a good start to this game. And nice pressing once again. Wood, just in the nick of time getting that one away. He's going to have to be alert because that's been a feature of this first half. Sydney United put the ball out for a player down. It's Bailey Rule down there, who's had a busy start so far, and 12 minutes has absolutely flown by here at Adenza Park. Bailey Rule looks to be okay. Big interception early in the game. Strong header, and he's been busy up and down that right-hand side. This is Sydney United's second home game. Their first one was a loss to Wollongong. They'll be looking to get their first win at home and make King Tom a fortress in 2024. Last season, Sydney United started the season well. They won 5 of their first 6, and then the wheels fell off in the middle of the season. They finished for a club as prestigious and iconic as Sydney United, a very disappointing 10th. They'll be looking, and their new manager, Zeljko Kalac, to replicate that cup form into club football. We all remember the FFA Cup run, the Australia Cup as it's called now, that final against the Bulls. They followed that up with a round of 16 performance in the same tournament in 2023 and the Waratah Cup winners. They now get a free kick in attacking position. So looking to replicate that cup form in the regular season will be a priority for Zeljko Kalac as they look to go down that right-hand side once again. Good pressing once again from Sydney United. That has been a theme. And Kelshaw to take the throw. Jamba dropping deep now on the ball. It was fantastic midweek in that big win, that 4-2. Super entertaining. Milicevic now. High into the air, and that is Daniel Pekovski's bread and butter, but he can't find the sideline. It sits up for Shunta Nakamura. A relieving throw here for Hills. 14 minutes gone if you're just joining us now. Sydney United have made a positive start. Lots of high pressing, forcing a couple errors from Hills United. Forcing a good save from Ryan Wood in the Hills goals. But the longer this game has gone, the more comfortable Hills, the new boys, the entertainers. Very overused word, but it is fitting for Hills. After 4 games, 10 goals scored, 10 conceded. If you missed my start a little bit before, that's coming into this round. Second best attack, equal worst defence. Lovely ball there. Can it sit up for Smith? It can, but he is offside. Looks for that ball a couple times now, just missing a little bit of synergy there from passer and run maker. A little warning shot for Sydney United. Were much better midweek and then fell victim to a cruel goal in the last 10 minutes, allowing Northwest Spirit to equalise. Rule. Milicevic looking to roll Anthony Frangi there, and he does, looking for a good cross. It's low and hard. It was, and somehow not bundled in. It was Carlos de Oliveira at the back post. Alessandro Lacalandra made the run, didn't get clean contact, and it just fell agonisingly. Trickled out for a corner. Danger not over yet for Hills. Positive first 16 minutes for the home team. Can they get a tangible reward? Plenty happening in that box. A little bit of a Royal Rumble. It's floated to the back post and over everyone's head. Sydney United looking dangerous down this right-hand side. Aidan Milicevic has made a positive start. Just getting the better of Anthony Frangi there. Agonisingly close. That'll be a good battle on both wings. You have Hills captain Glenn Kelshaw going against Carlos de Oliveira. Always exciting. Nice pressing from Milicevic once again. But Isakova looking for the outside of the boot. Pasteleta. Lovely switch out wide for Shunta Nakamura. He plays it to the near post. Warning sign shot once again by Sydney United. They try to send it to safety, but straight to a United player. Looking for the one-touch football there was Milicevic. Danger not over yet. Kelshaw trying to head it away. He had de Oliveira breathing down his neck. Uakubo's had to work off scraps so far. The Hills goal scorer. Ended his run midweek of scoring in every game. He had 4 in his opening 3. Hills managed to score for midweek, but you didn't get on the score sheet. Sure, he will be hungry for more. 4. I'm going to make a prediction, which I don't like to do. I'm going to guess you could probably triple that by the end of the season. He looks like dynamite. The former Japanese youth international as they play it out wide once again down this right-hand side. Bailey Rule. Rule comes inside, plays it back out to Milicevic. A run made by Shunta Nakamura, looking to play the delicate pass, and it was very tight. They ran out of room, and it's out for a goal kick. Wood gets us restarted. It's Jamba now driving forward. Smith, lovely touch. Short of options, but he finds one to the left. It's Anthony Frangi. We know he's capable of the magnificent. Hover's making the overlapping run. He dummies it to him. Gets around Tomilic. Still Anthony Frangi. Big tackle there from Tariq Mayer. All ball, says referee, as they look to counter now. Sydney United, but well intercepted by the veteran Daniel Pekovsky. Lovely football by Isaac Hover, and getting back there, making the key interception was Liam McGinn. This game really starting to open up now. It's like a game of tennis going back and forth constantly. Pekovsky driving forward. Jamba in a little bit of space now. He can find it. He plays it back. Good response from Hills after Sydney United were threatening. Nice burst of pace there by Thomas Macca. Good heavy challenges. Macca once again winning the ball, and they look to flush it out wide. It's Mitchell Smith with the pass. Frangi with the touch. Can he find the cross? He floats it to the back post. And the flag goes up once again. Nice little couple minutes spell there. Luke Castley's got to be happy with what he's seen. His team have been under pressure, but so far have dealt with it for the most part. Sydney United looking dangerous, particularly down the right-hand side. Just that killer final ball is the only thing missing at the moment. United get us back underway. Sydney United played a Friendship Cup, which they won against another proud Australian-Croatian club, Melbourne Knights, and that saw the end of one of the great careers for this iconic club. Glenn Shafiro hanging up the boots of Shunta Nakamura now with the shot. As Hills look to counter now, it's Frangi. Plays Uakubo. Can he find some space out wide? Yes, he can. Nice touch there. It's a little bit of a heavy pass. Isaac Hover. It's it back to Pekovsky under a bit of pressure, but a man with that much experience doesn't feel the pressure, although he's keeper. Nice pressing, plenty of energy, which draws the applause of the very passionate Sydney United fans that are sitting behind me, and Zelko's now getting animated. But as I was saying, Glenn Shafiro hanging up the boots. For a football club that's produced the likes of Graham Arnold, Craig Foster, Jason Kalina, and of course their manager Zelko Kalatz, Glenn Shafiro has to stack up there. In terms of the Sydney United Mount Rushmore, he definitely goes down as one of their GOATs. Tricky, as he's known, hung up the boots before the season, which you never replace someone like Glenn Shafiro. Even the twilight of his career, the old bull showed, particularly in that Australia Cup run, that he's still got the horns, and those horns are sharp, producing magic. If you want a magic moment, you put Tricky on a dead ball, and he produced. We wish him all the best. He moves to coaching, I believe. Running a football academy. Sydney United without two big players. Patrick can tell me back next week. Tomilic now on the ball. Rastelitsa had a stint at Sydney FC last year. Back home, where he belongs, he would say. They look to play it out wide. De Oliveira, nice touch with his chest there, and a lovely goal out of absolutely nothing. Sydney United hit the front. Lovely touch from Carlos De Oliveira, laid it on a platter for Matty Hatch, and he buried it into the top corner. Sydney United 1, Hills United 0.
Goals United, scored by number 11, Matthew Hatch. United 1, lead Hills United 0.
Matthew Hatch into the starting team as the players go for a drink. Gives you guys at home a chance to do the same. Get a quick sip of water though, and if you're going to get a coffee, make sure it's an espresso, because this game's really starting to heat up. We got a goal just before the drinks break, because even though it's 5:30, it is still steaming hot in the west of Sydney. Great goal out of absolutely nothing. Playing out from the back, lovely touch from Carlos De Oliveira. And Matthew Hatch buries it. Sydney United, you have to say, have deserved that one. They've played good, positive football. Every part of the pitch. At the front, they've been pressing. Fullbacks have been working overtime, bombing up and down the flank. Rock solid in defence, and they get their reward on the stroke of the drinks break, which is the first half of the first half. And now, after a quick break, we are back, and if you're just joining us, players just had a quick drink, and Sydney United have the lead. Hills to get us back underway, going from right to left, down 1-0. Let's see if the tactics change now. They've been playing positive football, but they've just been pegged back by this great Sydney United start. And it's pressing like that and like this. Look at the energy. Yeah, from Alessandro Lacalandra. Let's see how Hills respond. No stranger to goals in their games. The best show on AstroTurf. Lacalandra pressing Pekowski once again, and this has just been a feature of this first half. Lovely tackle there. Can he spin out of trouble? And he earns his team a free kick. Lovely work. Great positive football from Sydney United, who have the lead thanks to a goal from Matthew Hatch. One of two changes from Zelko Kalitz, and it's been a masterstroke so far because he's into the starting team and onto the score sheet. Tomilic now. Here goes Sydney United, enjoying a majority of the ball. Lovely switch for Bailey Rule, who's been good down this right-hand side, but he just couldn't keep it down. And his touch got away from him. He's been busy down that right-hand side. It's a good battle between him, Isaac Hova, Anthony Frangi on that side as well. We've seen Shunta Nakamura drift and cause problems all over the pitch. Rastelitsa. Nice ball. Can they bring it down? Yes, they can. It's a great ball. Looking for Nakamura, who got an excellent header, but he just couldn't keep it down. Great leap there from the Sydney United number 8. Shunta Nakamura represented Japan at under-19 level and won the under-19 Asia Cup in 2016 with Japan, so comes with international pedigree. Japan, of course, what a football factory they are in Asia, but also the world. It's Kubo now against Bastelica, drawing the centre-back out wide. Can they float a ball in? No, they can't, because it's rock solid once again from Sydney United. Brick wall at the back here at Adenza Park. Lakalandra going shoulder to shoulder with the veteran, and Pekoski gets the better of him there. A couple Hills players adamant that was white ball, but it's not. Nearly half an hour gone here. Sun beginning to end his shift for the day. A little bit cooler, thankfully for the players. Although AstroTurf always adds another 10 degrees. It's been a red hot start from the team in red as well. Milicevic plays Nakamura. Rule. Oh, he had space down that right-hand side once again. Pass was a little bit under hit, and Isaac Hover just sends that one to safety. Rule. The long throw. Shot to Nakamura on the edge of the box. Mako gets it away and plays Jamba. Lovely. Outside of the boot. Switch there for his captain, Kelshaw. Bombing down that right-hand side. A little bit of pace. Trying to thread that one through. Two Sydney United defenders, though, and Hills have a free kick in a good position here. Got some tall bodies as well in that box for both teams. Kubo gets himself up, makes his way to the edge of the box. Anthony Frangi lurking at the back stick as well. It's going to be Jamba's delivery. Jamba can't get it over the first defender there. Ball falls back to Isaac Hover. Had a nice little burst about 10 minutes ago, but hasn't been able to venture forward too much because Sydney United have really started to turn the screws in this first half. And it's been pressing like that from Shunta Nakamura that's been a feature. Jamba hounded down by two Sydney United players there and dispossessed. It's Shunta Nakamura. Jamba does well just to show him the sideline there and force a rushed pass that will go out for a Hills throw. Kelshaw, the Hills captain, to take it. Lots of new faces. The newly promoted team from Sydney's West. But he is one of the originals, one of the OGs. He wears the armband as well. Looking for the little dink over the top. Tomilic there to intercept. Falls back to Hills now, though. Play it back to Isaac Hover. Jamba. It's been the heartbeat of everything in attack for Hills. The only problem for Hills and their managers, there hasn't been too much of it because they've been pegged back so far by a very good Sydney United. Smile. It's got Kelshaw making the overlapping run. It's Smith on the edge of the box. Well won once again by Sydney United. Rock solid at the back. Looking to get win number 2 of the season, get back on track. It's a long season, and of course, finals have returned in 2024, which means even if you do have a slow start, that's not the end of your season. You can make a run from anywhere, 11th, 10th, 9th, a good run to finish the season, and you're in the finals. And it's anyone's game, as we've seen so many times in New South Wales. Of course, Sydney United, though, will not want to be leaving it late. They want to be up there, mixing it with the big teams in the New South Wales NPL, where, of course, you can catch every single game of this season live for free on YouTube. How good's that? If you have a smart TV as well, I highly recommend whacking it on the TV. And you can multitask as well if there's multiple games on, maybe one on the phone, one on the TV. Thankfully, today, this is the standalone game at the moment. St George Derby to follow. Nice ball whipped in. Mitch Smith was getting up there. It falls to the feet of Caleb Jackson-Brown, but over the bar. Brown looking for his second goal in as many games after getting his first last week. Just couldn't keep that one down. And Kelshaw there with the nice balls. Bailey Rule once again has had a very positive start, the Sydney United right back. Tariq Meyer turning. Another familiar face, Tariq Meyer. as is that man that just passed the ball, Adrian Vastelitsa, one of United's favourite sons. De Oliveira's making a run down that left-hand side if they can find him. Yes, they can. He's got Lakalandra in the box and it floats over the head of Alessandro Lakalandra and Isaac Hover. I want to say that was an attempted clearance. It was skewed, but thankfully for Ryan Wood in the goals, it landed perfectly into his breadbasket. Positive play down that left-hand side, which is where the goal came from. Lovely bit of football, beautiful touch from Carlos de Oliveira. Brought it down on his chest, played Matty Hatch into the team today. One of two changes from Zelko Kalatz. And Hatch unhatched the Hills defence. He was looking to respond though. Anthony Frangi, we know he can produce the sensational. He looks to play Isaac Hover, who manages to keep it in and get around Bailey Rule. Now he's got a bit of space on the edge of the box. He goes for the shot. But it didn't test the goals of Oliver Kalatz there. Tariq Meyer turning now. Plenty of good football from both teams, but particularly the home team. Alarm bells were ringing after that 6-0 defeat at the hands of Sydney Olympic. Football is a very cruel game, and it was 2 points lost. They would have felt like copying a late equaliser midweek, but here they are with a 1-goal lead now. Frangi dancing away from Shunta Nakamura. He's got his captain making the overlapping run. He decides to play it short for Pekovsky. And Kelshaw was roaring down that right-hand side. It's Mako now. Kelshaw still hugging that touchline. Pekovsky. Isaac Hover's made the move from the Bulls Academy. Nice switch from Reggie. Absolutely room service ball there and touch from his captain Kelshaw. Looking for the switch now back to Frangi. Headed away, but only as far as Anthony Frangi, and it's Tomalich there mopping up, doing well as Sydney United look to counter. It's 3-on-3 here. Shunta Nakamura's dropped to the edge of the box. Here he is now. Nakamura, a little bit of momentum lost ever so slightly now. They had the 3-on-3, but they're just happy to sit on the ball. Milicevic plays the pass there, shouts for a penalty, and a referee waves Carlos de Oliveira up as Hills look to counter, but it's McKean getting back there. It's good that he did, because Caleb Jackson-Brown was in on goal if it wasn't for the key interception. Hayden Milicevic. Hills, plenty of goal-scoring pedigree on that bench. When they decide to turn on it, especially if this game stays 1-0. Thomas Lopez and, of course, Nikolai Muller. Long switch looking for Milicevic, but a little bit too much on that one. And it goes out for a throw. 9 minutes to go here at Adenza Park. The home team making the great start, scoring right before a drinks break, but a reward for it's been a very positive first half, which is what Sydney United fans, and there are lots of them, would have loved to have seen. Smile now. Plays his captain. And it's Shunta Nakamura pressing then. He thought he'd won his team a throw. No, says our referee, Craig Fisher. And a good old-fashioned bit of GST added to that throw. Referee just marches him back a couple steps, and Glenn Kelshaw told to go back. Isaac Hover looking to play Jamba. Nice little touch, gets around a heavy challenge from Tomilic. It's Frangie now. He's got Kelshaw making the run out wide, and he plays it back to Smile. Hill's happy to play out from the back. Nice pressing there from Yu Akubo's had to feed off scraps so far. Looking for his 5th goal of the season. So far they have contained him well. Shota Nakamura going for the scorpion touch there. Olivier Giroud vibes. Unable to. Ben Garuccio as well, I should say. Smile on the ball. Plays Daniel Pukowski. Ryan Woods got forced into action very early, making a good low save. Absolutely nothing he could do about that goal scored by Matty Hatch. It's Mako on the ball now, looking to ride the challenge of Nakamura, and he does. He'll do well to get out of this because there were 3 Sydney United players, but here's a foul, says a referee, and Mako did well there. Couldn't dance around them. The second best option was win a free kick, and that's what Thomas Mako did. And here he is on the ball once again. Jackson Brown. Hills forced back, but he's very disciplined and resolute. 4-4-2 from Sydney United. Very disciplined approach so far from Zelko Kalitz's men. Lots of pressing and rock-solid defence, which they're looking to unlock now. Hills with the long ball. Isaac over, but forced backwards, and that's also been a bit of a theme in this first half. Brian Jamba's looked dangerous when he's had space. Here he is on the ball once again. Jamba plays it out wide to Isakova. Going against Bailey Rule. That's a great battle. Frangie. Forced back once again. Luke Cassidy on the sideline, just demanding Hills to up the tempo a little bit. Kelshaw. Plays Smith. Plays Mako, I beg your pardon. Dancing around 2 defenders. He had McGing. Breathing down his neck. Lovely ball. It's Kelshaw. Can he get across it before it rolls out? The ball goes over the line, but it was already out. Centimetres in that one. Because Mitch Smith managed to creep it in. And he's saying, ref, that was in. Would have been centimetres in that, but our linesman was right on the spot. Calls that one out for a goal kick, and it remains 1-0. Nice bit of football there. Luke Cassidy, who's demanding them to up the tempo in possession. They answered their gaffer's commands instantly and nearly got the instant reward there. It remains 1-0. 5 minutes to go here. If you're just joining us now, Matty Hatch's goal is the difference. Sydney United fans, you'd be very pleased with your team's performance in the first half. But Hills just firing out a little warning shot just before there. Ball just trickling out before Glenn Kelshaw whipped in a cross, which was bundled in by Mitch Smith, which didn't count. Referee waves play on, looking for Smith once again, but Vastelitsa in the right position. Jackson Brown looking to turn, and Hills will not be happy because they would love to have played the advantage, and their bench is absolutely fuming because Yu Akubo was in on goal, but the referee had blown his whistle. No advantage played. Yeah, the frustration of that Hills bench, which is getting louder and louder. And thankfully for the players and officials, the sun has decided to play a little game of hide and seek with the clouds, giving these players a little bit of a rest as Caleb Jackson Brown receives treatment. It was a heavy challenge as he looked to turn and break, and it was on if he did. Unable to do so though, but they do have a free kick. 2.5 minutes left to go. Daniel Pukowski looks like he's ventured forward as well for this free kick, and Caleb Jackson Brown is okay, which is great news for Hills, especially with the form that he's in, fresh off a Team of the Week inclusion midweek, thanks to his first goal of the season, the former Blacktown product. Just like Carlos de Oliveira. Cross whipped into the back post. Beg your pardon, it was straight down the middle. My eyes are deceiving me there, but nothing deceitful about that from Oliver Callas. Bread and butter from the Sydney United goalkeeper there. Meyer, little bit of a heavy touch. Jamba dispossesses him. Brian Jamba looking to play Mitchell Smith. And it's away to safety. It falls now to Carlos de Oliveira. Plays the former Mount Druitt man, Shunta Nakamura. Happy to just turn back to goal, play the simple pass, and, more importantly, bleed precious seconds off the clock here for Sydney United, who are in front by 1-0, thanks to Matty Hatch. The man on the ball now. He plays de Oliveira. Lovely 1-2, and a burst of space. Pace, I beg your pardon, from the goalkeeper, gets around another defender. It's Shunta Nakamura. Lovely goal there from Sydney United. And Matty Hatch, who was the goal scorer for the first, is the provider for the second, which is dispatched by Shunta Nakamura. 2-0 Sydney United.
Goal for Sydney United, scored by number 8, Shunta Nakamura. Sydney United 2, Leigh Hills United 0.
If Sydney United's first goal right before the drinks break was a coach killer for Hills, that is the definition. 30 seconds left of regular time. Matty Hatch, full of confidence. Untouchable at the moment. Played the 1-2 with Carlos de Oliveira, who just unlocked Sydney United's left back there. It was like a Ferrari down that left-hand side. They couldn't handle him. Dancing around defenders, plays Shunta Nakamura, and Nakamura does the rest. 2-0 Sydney United. How do Hills respond? They're no strangers to goal fests. They went down 5-3 to the Mariners Academy, and then followed that up with a 4-2 win against Sydney FC, but they've got a mountain to climb here at Adenza Park. Tarek Meyer. I think he was just trying to send that one as far away from the goal as possible. Ends up okay though for Sydney United. Seconds tick away here. Goals to Matty Hatch, who was teed up by Carlos de Oliveira, and then de Oliveira unlocked Hatch's run. And he laid it on a platter for Shunta Nakamura, who did the rest. Sydney United, barring something right before the first half whistle, will go into the break up 2-0. Smile. Kelshaw, who's looked dangerous when he's had some space down that right-hand side, but not too much of it so far for Hills. Let's see what they can do here right before halftime. Looking for Yu Akubo. And Akubo earns his team a throw. What could be one of the final actions of the first half. Sydney United looking for win number 2 of the season. Jackson Brown going up against Hatch, looking to get around him. And experience there from Matty Hatch earns his team a goal kick. And if he had an MVP of the first half, it would be Sydney United's number 11 there. And that's just experience. He's shown his experience in defence. Electricity in attack. Bursting down that left-hand side, particularly for that second goal, which I'm sure we're going to be seeing on the New South Wales NPL socials. Half-time here at Adenza Park. Sydney United in cruise control at the moment. They are up 2-0, but Hills have fired off a couple warning signs. This game is far from over if Hills' season is anything to go by. We'll be back soon. Sydney United 2, Hills 0. Welcome back to this picturesque Adenza Park where the home team had the dream first half. Sydney United to get us back underway, and they lead by 2-0 thanks to goals from the man standing directly in front of me. Matty Hatch had a first half to remember, scoring the first and then laying up the second for Shunta Nakamura. Here he is on the ball now, the first half man of the match, Matty Hatch and Carlos de Oliveira. Proving to be a lethal duo down that left-hand side. Let's see how Hills respond. No strangers to digging deep for a win, and also no strangers to goal fest, as I mentioned in the first half. But remember, they came back to beat Sydney Olympic. That was only one goal, but they had to play more than an hour with 10 men, winning a 6-goal. Wouldn't say it was a thriller, but goal fest nevertheless midweek. And also going down 5-3. So whenever Hills play, you're going to be entertained. Watching on the New South Wales NPL YouTube channel. And it is the away team now, with a bit of urgency in their play. Jamba looking for the little dink over the top for his captain, who has looked dangerous down that right-hand side, Glenn Kelshaw. A couple times, crosses, just asking the question of the Sydney United backline, which they've answered every single time. Here is one of the centre-backs, Liam McGing. One of quite a few new signings for Sydney United, with the football landscape in Australia changing and the club from Adenza Park to play a big part in it. Change is inevitable. Plenty of fresh faces. It's always going to take some time to gel, but this is what anyone who loves Sydney United, or even isn't just a casual fan of the NPL, would want to see, and that's the big teams playing good football, and that's what they did. Heavy back pass. Oh, I tell you what, from my angle, it looked like it was more under hit than what it actually was, but Ryan Wood had that one under control. Sorry for leading you guys on at home. From my angle, that looked like it was served up on a platter there for Alessandro Lacalandra. Ryan Wood, absolutely nothing he could have done about either of the goals. Both started down the left-hand side. The first one, if you're just joining us and you missed out, the beautiful thing about YouTube is you can scrub back, but if you don't want to do that, Carlos de Oliveira teeing up Matthew Hatch, and then a little 1-2 between Hatch and Oliveira, released the Sydney United left-back, who then put it on a platter for Shunta Nakamura, and the ex-Mount Druitt man sent Sydney United into the break with a formidable 2-0 lead. Big club like Sydney United expect to be competing, not just for cup competitions as well, which they've won plenty times. Of course, they are the reigning Waratah Cup champions, but they want to be competing for this, the New South Wales NPL, which they've won 5 times. Finals, of course, have been brought back as Mako there hounded down by Shunta Nakamura, who'd have an extra spring in his step. Jamba dances around the challenge of Carlos de Oliveira, plays Kelshaw. Smile looking for the long ball, trying to unlock this Sydney United backline. It falls for Smith, who had a goal ruled out because the ball had gone out. Lovely touch there from Jackson Brown. Pastelitza there to mop it up. As I was saying before, Mitchell Smith did put the ball in the back of the net off the back of Kelshaw's cross, but the referee and the linesman had ruled that one to roll out. Over, looking to drop a short for Jackson Brown. He can't. And a red wall once again just sends that one to safety. Pekovsky looks to play Brown. Hover looking for the good ball and headed away and out for a Hills corner. Good start this from Hills, first 5 minutes. Luke Cassidy will like what he's seen from his team. Good response. It's Caleb Jackson Brown to take the corner. Hills have made a positive start to this second half. Can they get a reward and a lifeline back into this game? Not with that corner, low and hard, but thankfully for Hills, it's out for another throw, which will be taken quickly by Caleb Jackson-Brown. Luke Casserly was very animated on the second half, as was Zelko Kalatz. He just wanted his team to lift the tempo a little bit, particularly when they're in possession, which has been a feature of Sydney United, and high pressing like you're seeing now from Shunta Nakamura and Alessandro Lacalandra. Be interesting to see if this game remains 2-0 when Luke Casserly will look to his bench. Of course, as Thomas Lopez, ex-Wanderers, under-20s Golden Boot winner there, and the master Nikolai Muller, former German international. Kelshaw looking for another great ball, and he's found it! And it's headed on by Yu Akubo, and it's Kalatz with the save. Lovely ball there from Glenn Kelshaw, the Hills United skipper. And Akubo was Luis Suarez-esque there, just letting it run across his head. And he nearly guided that one in to Kalatz's front post, but Kalatz did well. He'll have to see out this corner, though, which is played short. Kelshaw maybe looking to play the 1-2. He won't be able to now because Sydney United have pushed Yu Akubo out to the corner, and then he's hounded down by 3 Sydney United players. One of them was Carlos de Oliveira, and Mr. de Oliveira wins his team a relieving free kick. Good response this from Hills United. We have a game here, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us now. The score is 2-0. Sydney United scored right before the drinks break, which is the halfway mark of the first half, and then they scored right before halftime as well. So 2 coach-killing goals for Hills, but you have to say Sydney United, well worth their 2-goal lead, which they'll look to preserve and get their first home win of the season. Looking to make King Tom a fortress. And pressing like you're seeing now will get the fans that you can't see on your screen because they're on the camera side, but the fans getting animated. They're liking what they're seeing. Jamba, can he unlock the Sydney United back line? Smile looking for the outside of the boot. And had too many clear-cut opportunities. The best one had to be that chance from Yu Akubo, looking for goal number 5 of the season. Here he is on the ball now. Plays it back to Jackson-Brown. Gets around Vastelitsa. And Hatch was showing him the sideline there, and he shot high and well wide of Oliver Kalitz's goal. Sydney United goalkeeper. Rock solid so far. Hasn't been asked to do too much. Called into action, though, with Yu Akubo's header. Hatch going for another run. Why wouldn't he? With those luscious locks bouncing in the Western Sydney sun there. Definitely feeling himself after that fantastic first half, where he scored a goal, set up the other. He's in those Lightning McQueen-esque boots, and I tell you what, he's playing like Lightning McQueen at the moment because nobody can catch him. Milicevic. Lovely ball, plays Lacalandra. Alessandro Lacalandra got Shunta Nakamura's making his run to the back post. He couldn't find the scorer of the second goal. Danger not over yet, though, for Hills. Tomilic. Tomilic flashes it across goal, but straight into the hands of Ryan Wood. Best passage of play in the second half for Sydney United, who had to repel an early onslaught from Hills. Nice bit of football. Lovely cross, and then intricate header from Yu Akubo's brilliant centre-forward play. Looked to creep it in to Oliver Kalitz's goal, but the Sydney United goalkeeper was strong. And that so far has been the best chance, probably of the game, you'd have to say, for Hills. But definitely in this second half, Hills definitely have come out with a sense of urgency. 2 wins, 2 losses heading into this game. Lovely bit of football by Mako, but he's dispossessed there from a heavy challenge from Tomilic. Shunta Nakamura plays it out wide to Lacalandra. 1-on-1 with Bukowski. And it's low. And not too hard there for Ryan Wood. I beg your pardon. It was Lacalandra going up against Rainer Schmal. Thomas Mako plays it now Out wide to Bukowski. Smile. Hills looking to go down this right-hand side where they have looked their best. And this man on the ball now, their captain, has been the architect of it. Jamba in a little bit of space. And well blocked from Matty Hatch. Out for another Hills corner, and Hills are going to make a sub now. Thomas Lopez, ex-Western Sydney Wanderer. Also won the Golden Boot for the under-20s. Last season is coming on for Jamba as Hills look for a way back into this game. And it's Wade Giovanelli as well. Double change. Corner, high. Oh, and Matty Hatch. He's now tried to bring that one in control, nearly slipped. He's gone from left to right there, Matty Hatch. So confirmation of that double change from Luke Casserly, Thomas Lopez and Wade Giovanelli coming on as Hills look for a way back into this game. Will they get it now? He's looking for the fresh legs. There, Rainer Schmal of Wade Giovanelli. A little bit too much on there, even for the fresh legs of Mr. Giovanelli. Thomas Lopez also comes, knows how to score a goal. Scored plenty of them last season for St. George City and the Western Sydney Wanderers. Mako. He's had a positive start to this second half as well. Thomas Mako is Hills. Definitely their best passage of the game so far as they look for a way back into it. It's Hova. Will it come down this left-hand side? It was Yua Kubo making a run, but the cross just had a little bit too much on it. And it's Kalatz who's been safe and secure so far for Sydney United. Gobbles that one up as they play short. Big header there from Isaac Hova, the former Bull. Up against Aidan Milicevic. Lovely little dink ball looking for Giovanelli, who's onside, but then he gives away a foul. And Sydney United get a let off. And Sydney United will look to make their first change of the game as well. Getting ready to come on. It's Adam Zervas. Zervas coming on now for Sydney United as they look to preserve that 2-goal lead.
Going on for Sydney United, number 6, Adam Zervas. So both teams now have used their bench. Hills still with Nikolai Muller sitting on that bench waiting to make his impact in the New South Wales NPL. We saw him pull the strings for them last season. And if you're a European football fan, you've seen him do his thing for Hamburg. He was at Mainz when Tommy Tuchel was managing there. Won 2 caps for Germany as well. Played for Eintracht Frankfurt. And, of course, in Australia for Western Sydney and Central Coast. That one looks to strike Thomas Lopez's arm. No, says our referee. Hills, Kelshaw. Can he find a good delivery? Yes, he can, just over the head of Giovanelli. And then it falls to the feet of Yua Kubo. It won't matter anyway because the linesman has his flag up. But once again, Hills United looking dangerous, particularly when their captain, Glenn Kelshaw, has the ball at his feet with a bit of space down that right-hand side. Hills really starting to work their way into the game now. Hills. Shunta Nakamura. Lovely touch with his chest there. And a little dink over the top for Tariq Maya. And it's a heavy challenge from Rainer Schmal, who's apologetic. The referee says, that's enough, guys. They need to do anything rash. Cooler heads have prevailed. Vastelitsa. Matty Hatch. Lovely one-touch football here. De Oliveira plays it to Shunta Nakamura. Look to play it back to the ex-Blacktown man, but he can't. Lovely pressing. It was De Oliveira, but took a very Hills-friendly deflection and took all the sting off the ball, which is gobbled up by Ryan Wood. Mako. Hills find themselves down by 2-0. They've made 2 substitutions. They've brought on Wade Giovanelli and Thomas Lopez. It's Kelshaw once again. He's been brilliant down this right-hand side, looking for that killer ball. A little bit of space. It now falls to Giovanelli, but it's Matt Hatch yet again. Although Giovanelli wins it back, he does very well. Fresh legs of the substitute. Plays it back to his captain. Looking for that killer ball, but it's Liam McGinn who sends it to safety. Not over yet, though. It is now. Tarek Meyer sends that one wide. Mopped up by Smile. Bukowski. Zakova cuts back in. He's got Anthony Frangi, who's capable of something magnificent, and it was low and hard and blocked, but he gets the ball back. He plays it out wide to Kelshaw, looking for a good ball. Kalatz with the palm out, only as far as Kubo. And it was acrobatic, but never going to test Oliver Kalatz. He couldn't get clean connection there. He's got straight back up, though, and trying to press Matty Hatch, who could do no wrong at the moment. Lovely 1-2. Looking to get around the experienced Glenn Kelshaw, who does very well there. Eden United screaming for the pass, and Kubo tried to add a bit of GST to that throw. Craig Fisher sends him back. Very entertaining opening 17 minutes of this second half. Hills, completely different in this second half than they were in the first. Having a majority of the ball, which is understandable when you're down 2-0. Also looking much more dangerous. Testing Oliver Kalitz's goal now. Looking for a way back into this game. It's Zervas, the fresh legs, hounded down by Mako and Giovanelli, and then he wins his team a foul, and Thomas Mako earns himself a spot in our referee's book. Yellow card there, and they play it quickly. Shouts to drive there for Bailey Rule. Milicevic cuts back inside. It's Shunta Nakamura making the run, but he plays it back. Sydney United, you saw this in the first half, just happy to sit on the ball, not rush anything. They're 2-0 up. De Oliveira. Lovely, delicate little pass, and they play the 1-2 as well. Looking for the pass out wide, it's Shunta Nakamura. Bailey Rule wanted it as well. He stayed upfield. Tomilic plays it back to Shunta Nakamura. And rock solid there from the veteran Daniel Pekoski, and they look to go long, but that's easy pickings there for Liam McGinn. Tomilic. Challengers now starting to fly in. Sydney United earn themselves a free kick. They play it out wide now. Zervas. It's been good since he's come on, earning his team a free kick. De Oliveira looking to play the fresh legs. Good pressing once again. Drawing a pass like that, which is intercepted by Vastelitsa. De Oliveira plays Myers, got Bailey Rule. And plenty of space down that right-hand side against Isakova. Throws in a little step over. Slips. No shout from Sydney United, but then he's clipped there. And he earns his team a free kick. In a dangerous position and frustrating for Hills now, who definitely made a much better start to the second than they did to the first. Sydney United starting to work their way back into this game, looking to seal their second win of the season. Precious points. Matty Hatch walks over to take it, and why wouldn't he? Scored the first goal, set up the second. What can he do with the dead ball here? It's Matty Hatch to whip it in the centre of the box and headed away by Mako. Falls to Tariq Maya. A little bit of head tennis. It falls to Shunta Nakamura, and a big block. It won't matter anyway. It was the veteran Daniel Pekovsky. As Hills look to make another change. And it is Nikolai Muller who'll come on for Thomas Mako. As Hills look to salvage something from this game. Cameron Philp as well, who scored last week, but was one of two changes starting the game on the bench for this round 5 clash. He comes on for Anthony Frangi, so double change now from Luke Casserly, who's made 4 substitutions. There's still 25 minutes plus stoppages to go. That long ball is just easy pickings, too high for anyone. Gobbled up by Oliver Kalatz. Confirmation of that double change. Nikolai Muller and Cameron Philp on. Anthony Frangi and Thomas Mako off for Hills, who have now used 4 of their substitutes as they try and rescue something from this game. And Zelko Kalatz is liking what he's seeing. Good, hungry pressing from Shunta Nakamura, the goal scorer. He's done that all game. I beg your pardon, that was Adam Zervas, the youngster. That's why he looks so fresh. And he came on 5 or so minutes ago, but Shunta Nakamura as well. Plenty of pressing from him. It's Tariq Maya getting back there. Dispossessing Lopez. De Oliveira, as United look to break. De Oliveira takes the sting out of the counter-attack a little bit, but he plays it out wide to Bailey Rule. Been very busy down that right-hand side, particularly in the first half. Bombing up and down. Carlos De Oliveira, urged to drive from his bench and the United fans. Plays it out wide to Shunta Nakamura. He has Matty Hatch to his left, and he finds him, the goal scorer. Going up against Kelshaw, and Kelshaw stands strong initially, but it's a great ball which beat everyone. Shouts of handball. It was Aidan Milisevic's shot. Shouts of a handball waved away by a referee. Matty Hatch once again unhatching this Hills United backline, that time with a pass that beat everyone and fell to the feet of Aidan Milicevic. Kelshaw, the captain, in what after 67 minutes has been a losing effort, has been brilliant. Tough start to the season for the newly promoted team. They opened it up with Hills, and they nearly opened up the Sydney United backline. They might still. It's out for a corner, says our referee. Started the season with the first 5 games against Sydney Olympic and Sydney United, with 3 academy teams sandwiched in between them. They've been the best show on turf for the first 4 rounds, but they find themselves down by 2-0 here at Adenza Park, looking for a way back into this game. Can they find it through this corner? Much improved second half performance from Hills. They're looking for a reward and a way back into this game. And it beat everyone. It was Raina Smile at the back post. But it was put out by a Sydney United player, says our referee. Another corner. Nervy moments for Sydney United. Hills, their best chance in this half, and probably the game, fell to Uakubo. That wasn't far behind though. All it needed was a white touch. Isaac Hover to take it. It's floated into the near post. And has that crossed the line? It's a goal kick. It was fizzing around like a pinball machine there. And our referee has said goal kick. Hills can't believe it. Oliver Kalatz plays on, and it's waved away by our referee. Heavy touch. Can Zervas bring it down? Lovely little flick from the substitute. Handball, says our referee. The referee now just pulling this game back in. It's getting a bit testy now. There's a little Hills contingent there who are right in line with that goal line, who were up in arms, convinced that that ball had crossed the line. Kelshaw, been ever present down that right-hand side, looking for that killer ball. Strong Once again, Bailey Rule that time gets it away. Zervas the fresh legs. It's Nikolai Muller getting back there. And those beautiful long sleeves, the German international gets back there to mop up. Hills pulled all the big guns out. They've got Thomas Lopez on. A little bit of afters here between Hatch and the Kubo. Let's hope Matty Hatch is okay, because I'll tell you what, he's in contention, especially if the score remains the same or if he adds to it, of being our man of the match. This game getting a little bit feisty now as well. First half, referee didn't have too much to do, but he's been called into action a few times now. Goal line, scrambles, a couple heavy challenges. He's had good control of this game so far, our referee. 20 minutes to go. Giovanelli, one of 4 substitutes, looking to rescue something for Hills. Heavy challenge there on Jackson Brown. A fair one, says our referee. Brown now getting back there. Going to dispossess de Oliveira, the magician. He's been in everything so far. Zervas. Can his fresh legs unlock what would be a killer third goal? No, it can't. It beats everyone. Tariq Meyer there looking a little bit heavy-legged. I tell you what, I sympathise with all these players because it has been a hot one in the west of Sydney. There's Vastelitzer and Thomas Lopez getting into it. Now this game, really, you can feel how much it means for Sydney United. After the start that they've had, after the expectations that come every season with this club, new manager, winning the Waratah Cup. This is a imperative 3 points for the home team. And of course, their first home winner of the season as well. De Oliveira has been brilliant, as has that man. Hatch, Nakamura, pitching well above his weight. He's won almost everything today and taken a head knock. Let's hope Shunta's okay as Zelko Kalitz gets ready to make another substitution as they look to preserve this lead. It's Dejan Bakar-Danikovsky getting ready to come on for Sydney United, the ex-Sydney FC youth product. Wearing 21, getting ready to come on as Sydney United look to see out this last 18 minutes or so. Raina Smile pressed once again. That has been a constant throughout 73 minutes of action. Just that red wave after wave of pressing. And this season, if this round's results are anything to go by, you don't know what to expect. Apia getting a huge win in the Derby d'Italia, handing Marconi their first loss of the season, and Wollongong earlier today getting a big upset over Blacktown, who of course play Rockdale next week in our match of the round. That is going to be box office. Hills, much better second half, much more positive attacking football so far, forcing a couple saves, some goal line scrambles as well. I'll have to go back and scrub back on the YouTube to see that one because, of course, we don't have the benefit of VAR here, which honestly is a good thing. More authentic football. And the standard so far in season 2024 across the NPL has been fantastic. Finals are back as well, which means more teams have something to play for as we get to the business end of the season. But you want to make a good start, which Hills had made in the first 4 rounds. Staring down the barrel, though, of loss number 3. Sydney United get ready to make a double change, but they're going to have to wait. As it's Hills on the ball now. Hover cutting in. Nikolai Muller. One of 4 second-half substitutes by Luke Casserly. Can the German master produce something? Get his team back into the game. Kowski. Running a bit of space down his left-hand side, and it's Lopez. Tried to bend that one. It may have been across as well, but nowhere near testing Oliver Kalatsan. That Sydney United goal as the home team look to make a double change now. Dejan Bakardanakovsky and Ali El Sabeh getting ready to come on for Sydney United. Double change.
Coming on to Sydney United, number 21, Dejan Bakardanakovsky, and number 52, Ali El Sabeh.
Double change, confirmation of that change. It's Carlos de Oliveira and Tariq Meyer coming off for Dejan Bakardanakovsky and Ali El Sabeh. "15 minutes to go here at Adenza Park. Sydney United looking to hold on. Just their second win of the season, their first win at home in only their second game, it has to be said. Shunta Nakamura has been in everything today. Play it out wide. Milicevic. Tomilic, Sydney United happy to play back, control the ball, and drains precious minutes off this clock. Hatch, it's been fantastic looking to play the 1-2 with Zervas. Heavy touch, and it's a foul. A relieving one for Hills. It's Nikolai Muller looking to play quickly. And this rock-solid performance from Sydney United has frustrated Hills. They've forced them to go side to side, play back a lot, and haven't been able to fashion too many chances. They did have one on the head of Iwakubo, and then a goal line scramble off a set piece, which created a bit of controversy. But so far it has been a great performance from Sydney United. Last substitution for Hills. It's Caleb Jackson-Brown coming off for Ewan Montford, who scored the winner from the spot in their opening game against Sydney Olympic. So, Luke Casserly has revealed his hand. Nothing else he can do. Using all 5 of his substitutions now, it is up to the 11 players on the field to rescue something for Hills. They have a big mountain to climb. They are down 2-0. Nikolai Muller is capable of unlocking that and tried to play the 1-2 with Iwakubo, who handled the ball. And it is a relieving free kick. Zelko Kalat's very animated. One of United's favourite sons. Just giving Adam Zervast some instructions. 12 minutes to go. And United looking to get their season back on track. Haven't had too much to worry about in terms of Hill's chances. Just that solitary one to Iwakubo and the set piece. Looking for that killer blow here. Pass intended for Shunta Nakamura, but it's Montford. Just came on as a substitute there, sends it to safety. Not too safe though, because it's forward straight back. It's El Sabeh. And Sydney United will be very happy to play from this part of the pitch on no rush whatsoever to get play back underway. United looking. Shunta Nakamura almost gave himself up there. He thought he was offside. Play on. Lovely little back heel from El Sabeh, the fresh legs. Hills look to counter now. Can they get a way back into this game? Not with that rock solid defending once again, and now it's United who look to counter. Zervas has the ball. He had Matty Hatch steaming down that left-hand side. He finds him now. Hatch turns back in, looking to play. Zervas, can he get around Kelshaw? He did momentarily, but his cross took a deflection. Lovely bit of football, and that is the game, set, and match. Sydney United will get win number 2 with a killer third goal. Lovely bit of football once again down that left-hand side between Matty Hatch and Adam Zervas. And it's Aiden Milicevic who says game, set, and match here at Adenza Park with a killer third. And barring something absolutely extraordinary, you feel like that is that here at Adenza Park. Sydney United have been well worth the 3 points today. A brilliant performance, the best of the season, no doubt, from Zelko Kalitz's men. They responded after the alarm bells were ringing in Adenza Park following that 6-0 loss to Sydney Olympic. Much better midweek, conceding late and dropping 2 points ultimately, but a professional and ruthless performance from the team from Adenza Park. Shunta Nakamura happy to just send that one into the sky. And Hills, they made the positive start in the first half. From the first half, I have to say. Forcing a good save from Oliver Kalatz. Much better when they came out of the sheds for the second half, but ultimately they couldn't produce clear goal-scoring opportunities, or too many of them anyway. And they are on the verge of their third loss of the season. Not without the best efforts, though, of that man, their captain, Kelshaw, who's continued his run if they can find him, but it's been a feature all game here at Adenza Park. Adrian Vastelitz, if it's not him, it's Liam McGinn just mopping it up. And Hills had to honestly work off scraps, particularly their forwards, because it has been a rock-solid performance from Sydney United, looking for win number 2 of the season. What can Hills do here in the last 7 minutes? Scarlets, who spills that one, and it will go out for a corner. First blemish of the game, it has to be said for Oliver Kalitz. He's been perfect so far in goals. Hasn't had too much to do, but when he has been called, rock solid between the sticks. Spilt one there and gives Hills a chance. Gives him a sniff. If they can get a goal here, there will be a pulse. Low corner, and it's Montford's header. Nice ball there from the Hills captain, low and hard, and Montford just couldn't steer that one on target. 6.5 minutes to go here at Adenza Park. The home team lead by 3-0. Matty Hatch, scorer of the first, provider of the second for Shunta Nakamura, and then Aiden Milicevic wrapping up the 3 points, you would think, with 6 minutes to go. Sydney United are urged from their fans. They want more. I don't speak Croatian, but I feel like they just gave me the Croatian word for let's go. More. Ajde. Ajde, I think is let's go. They want more. They want blood. Not happy to just rest on 3-0. And definitely banishing the demons of last week and that 6-0 loss, which would have left a very bad taste in the mouth of their fans, manager, and player. More performances like this, though, and that will become a distant memory. Kalitz sends that one into touch over the head of Matty Hatch, who has done no wrong. He has been perfect down that left-hand side, the Sydney United left back. I don't do the 3-2-1, but if I did, he would be my shout for 3. Goal, assist. He also played a big took part in that third goal. The killer third goal. Nikolai Muller. Pastelitsa once again here. And the ex-Marconi man, Liam McGinn. It's been fantastic, and you can't sleep on the performance of this man who's pressing Reina Schmal Shunta Nakamura. Showing us that Japanese under 19 international pedigree with his performance today. Lots of pressing. And then when the chance fell to his feet, he buried it and gave his team a 2-0 lead. It's going to be a mountain that's too big to climb for Hills. Nikolai Muller looking for that long pass. Calm between the two centre-backs there. It's been that type of day for them. Perfect. Rock solid. And Hills have thrown a lot at them, particularly in the air. But Sydney United have answered it every single time. Nikolai Muller. Wade Giovanelli can get a slither of a hope. Giovanelli once again can't control the pass. And it's Shunta Nakamura with that beautiful hair bouncing. Looks for the ball over the top for El Sabe there. Great pressing. But Daniel Pekovsky, the veteran, had it under control and he played it back to his goalkeeper. Adam Zervas has been a good burst of energy as well for Sydney United. Here he is pressing Wade Giovanelli. Giovanelli screaming for the ball back there, and he gets it. Going up against Zervas. Looking to play the ball around Matty Hatch, but he has been rock solid so far, and it's just been that type of day for him. He earns his team a throw. Matt Hatch. Ex-Marconi also spent some time in the A-League as well, as have many of the players playing here today, but spent some time at the Mariners and Perth Glory as well. He's been sensational down that left-hand side. Two and a half minutes to go. Matty Hatch has earned himself an ice bath, I think, as well, because he's ended up on the floor a couple times. Bit of rough and tumble. Adrian Vastelitsa not happy with that challenge there from Isaac Hover. Matty Hatch, I should say, that has earned himself a nice ice bath, maybe nice cold beer and a chavapi roll that they serve here at the canteen as well. He's been fantastic, and my shout for man of the match. It's been a professional, ruthless performance from Sydney United from start to finish. You knew in the first few minutes that they meant business today. And Matty Hatch once again, strong from the left back, who has ended up on the floor. He's going to have some bruises tomorrow morning. He's thrown himself into everything. Definitely earned himself that chavapi roll. I tell you what, if the canteen's still open, I can't really see from here, I might treat myself to one on the way out as well. Another feature of the New South Wales NPL, the great football, brilliant food. Culture, and that's what makes this level of football so unique in Australia. There's nothing like it. And best part is you can watch it for free on YouTube. Next week, Sydney United go to St. George FC, who will be playing, of course, in the St. George Derby after this, and Sydney United making a couple more changes as well. It's Luke Zavula coming on for Shunta Nakamura, and Matty Hatch coming off as well, earning the applause of the Sydney United fans. The left back, he has been brilliant. Scorer of the first goal, provider of the second, and he has been involved in everything positive from Sydney United in this game. Also rock solid in defence, earning himself 2-minute early mark, 20 seconds if that, plus stoppages. Luke Zavella and Joshua Attard on to see out stoppage time here. Sydney United getting their season back on track. As I said before, they go to St. George FC next Saturday. See what St. George FC can do in the next game, and that's St. George Derby. They play it short to Nikolai Muller. He's got a little bit of space on the edge of the box, looking to dance around. Can Sydney United break now and put the cherry on top of a perfect performance? Sydney United looking for that fourth goal. Unable to find it. That positive football, though, right to the end, earning the applause of the Sydney United fans. And as we enter stoppage time, United not happy to just sit on this 3-goal lead. They wanted more. It was Luke Zavella whose shot there didn't test Ryan Wood. What can Hills United produce here? Could be their last chance of the game. Cross looking for Kelshaw, who, if there's a Hills player that deserves a goal, it's definitely their captain, but too much on that one. And Oliver Kalatz will be in no rush to take this. And Spider will be very happy because this, barring a last second goal, will be Sydney United's first home win, but also their first clean sheet. They were 10 minutes away from one. Midweek, they are now back on track in season 2024. Well, momentarily at least. Because as we've seen, particularly this round, the landscape of this season can change in one game. As it stands, Sydney United are going to get their first home win, their second win of the season, and that first clean sheet, which is what defenders will love. Adrian Vestelitsa and Liam McGing they'll have a sleepless night if they concede here. They want that clean sheet. You can tell it's McGing who heads it away. Hills keep pressing though. Akubo hounded down by 4 red jerseys there. El Sabe looks to break as Nikolai Muller brings him down. Not the game for Nikolai Muller to show us what he can do, the master. Came on. His side down 2-0. They conceded shortly after. Hasn't had too much of the ball. For him to show us why he's earned 2 caps for Germany. Lovely spin there. United are looking for that 4th goal. Excellent outside of the boot switch. Looking to cut it across. Oh, El Sabe was there. And Zavella was also waiting in the box. Not over yet. Sydney United looking for the cherry on top of a perfect Sunday afternoon here at Adenza Park. Attard there, the fresh legs. Falls to the feet of the other substitute. Zavella urged to shoot. There's no support, and he runs into a white jersey there. Sent it back. Confidence-boosting performance for this man here, Oliver Kalatz. His first clean sheet of the season. And some time at Western Sydney, Sydney FC, and of course in Croatia. Now, proud Croatian calls Sydney, Croatia home. Kelshaw has been fantastic in a losing effort. He's provided the main spark for Hills in what's largely been a day to forget, but they'll be back. The best show on AstroTurf you can guarantee. Today, though, is all about Sydney United. Second win of the season, first home win for this iconic Australian football club. Their fans, manager and players will be hoping that this means they are back. In the end, way too good for Hills United, who you know will be back in season 2024. But today, it's all about the team in red from Adenza Park. It's finished. Sydney United 3, Hills United 0.